Rise and shine, everyone. Jason and Alicia here with you on this Wednesday. Thank you for starting your day with us here on Sunrise. And we are trapped in the dog days of winter right now.
Dog days, yes. Unfortunately,
dog days.
I know.
I like
we got
it.
something to look forward to, though. Dog days of summer, right? You gotta
Yeah.
get through this. That's why we love it here.
Yeah, I mean, it is what makes it special, like how excited I am late April to swing the golf clubs for the first time. It's because of the punishment that I just went through. And I do think it makes it special. But yeah, we're in the middle of it. I have learned, the older I get, if you don't use it, you get really upset about it. So I've learned to do more ice fishing and more things outside and get out and walk and just move my body. So instead of complaining, that just gets me nowhere. -1 degrees as the meteorologist goes on a 2-minute tirade about how much he hates the weather. -13 for the feels like temperature. It is cold, but look at Brainerd, -26. That's an actual temp. So the wind chill's the exact same, obviously, because they can't have a wind if it's going to be 30 below zero. And you know this is the Arctic high, and you can see it. How do I pick out the Arctic high? Little bit of a clockwise rotation, and then I want the winds to separate from it. And that's exactly what's happening. And we have a 6-mile-per-hour wind. Doesn't seem like much. It's actually keeping us warm, also with the cloud cover coming in here. So we're going to see a balmy day at 8, warmer than yesterday, and then we'll see some snow flurries that come in from this large system to our south. Even here in the metro, we could see a few. We'll time that out for you in your forecast. Cece?
Good morning. Hope your day's off to a good start. We're starting off the hour with a stalled vehicle in Plymouth. This is 494 northbound near Carlson Parkway. It looks like things are off on the right shoulder and not slowing down the commute at this point if you're headed toward 55 or Maple Grove soon. But just be aware of that as you're preparing for your day. Otherwise, things really quiet across the metro, Twin Cities, seeing some drive pavement, not seeing any slick spots at this point. But I'll give you some more live looks throughout this half hour. Jason.
All right, Cece, thank you very much. Turning to our top story here at 6 a.m. In a matter of hours, the future of the Twin Cities Metro will be up for a vote.
The Met Council is expected to make a decision on its Imagine 2050 plan by the end of the day. Audrey Russo is joining us live in St. Paul. And Audrey, this plan could reshape the next 25 years here for the Twin Cities.
Yeah, Jason, Alicia, and it's certainly reshaped the Metropolitan Council, who says that Imagine 2050 is at the center of everything they do. So when they vote on it today, and it's likely they'll adopt it, it's going to mean a big change for how cities offer public services to their people. So Imagine 2050 is all about protecting the environment and eliminating inequality in the 7-county Twin Cities region. For example, the plan supports cities in developing sustainable water services. It gives cities funds to make public transportation compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act, and it also requires cities to provide more affordable housing. Now, the entire plan hinges on a forecast that shows the population growing in the next 3 decades.
This is still a region that is growing, is gaining population. There is going to be housing development that follows that.
And that forecast really maps out exactly which regions of the Twin Cities are going to see some population growth and which ones are likely to see population decline. Coming up in about 30 minutes, I'll break down exactly where those areas are and just how much population change those areas will see. But for now, Jason Lee, I'll send things back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo reporting live for us. We'll check back in 30 minutes. Thank you. Well, happening right now, Minneapolis police are asking for the public's help finding suspects in a violent crime spree.
Yeah, 6 crimes involving shootings and robberies just about 24 hours ago. The police say it all happened in the span of just 2 hours. Michelle Beck is in the newsroom with what we know right now. Hey, Michelle.
Well, hey guys, brazen and random are how the police chief describes the string of crimes. And now he's asking this. Do you know these people? Police say they are the suspects in 6 different but linked crimes in South Minneapolis. The violence includes a robbery, burglaries, and 2 shootings, which MPD says have left the victims fighting for their lives. Now watch this. In a chilling moment caught on camera, you can even hear a suspect say somebody's looking out their window, then a shot being fired.
I don't know what you're supposed to say to somebody that simply looked out their window because they heard a noise, and the next thing you know, they're getting shot. That's terrible.
As far as we know, no arrests have been made as of this morning. I've reached out to MPD and will share any new updates from them in the next half hour as we also talk about the police response to all this. Alicia.
Michelle, thank you. Well, at 9 this morning, day 3 of the trial for the alleged mastermind of the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme is picking back up. In the last 24 hours, 3 witnesses testified in the case against Amy Bach. The witnesses include a man listed as Feeding Our Future's board president who says he had no idea he was on the board. Ben Stayberg says he signed what he thought was a petition to help feed children. Also testifying, a witness who previously pleaded guilty to the scheme. She testified she claimed to serve 1,000 meals a day at a restaurant that only had 9 tables. She told attorneys she frequently talked with Bach, saying Bach often pressured her to open another location so that they could get more money.
Well, tomorrow, the final votes will be cast for the city auditor to investigate alleged police inaction in the death of Allison Lusher. The 47-year-old was found dead in her apartment a year ago. Her family said she called police just days earlier to report being assaulted by her boyfriend and had months of other documented domestic violence incidents. Her family is hoping the audit will give them answers. The chief says officers are diligently working the case.
You know, we need transparency. I need transparency. Our family does. Our Indigenous community needs this transparency.
The MPD remains committed to pursuing justice, and we will continue to cooperate fully with our law enforcement and prosecutorial partners to ensure that all appropriate legal avenues are explored.
MPD submitted the case to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office in June. They released a statement saying developing a chargeable case has been and continues to be their focus.
Well, just after your lunch break today, the Minnesota Credit Union Network will be at the state capitol celebrating 100 years of credit unions. The rally will also be a chance for them to advocate for support and recognition of the credit union movement. They'll be joined by industry leaders and legislators starting at 1:30 at the Capitol Rotunda.
Well, this morning, First Avenue workers have a new contract agreement. The union, representing 230 workers at 7 venues across the metro, says workers voted unanimously over the weekend. The union says the contract includes raises and better schedules and protections for LGBTQ+ workers and more.
New overnight, an American teacher held captive in Russia for more than 3 years is back on U.S. soil this morning. This is brand new photo just posted by the White House of Mark Fogel arriving in Washington, D.C. about 9 hours ago. You can see him deplaning at Joint Base Andrews. Now, he later met with President Trump. Fogel worked as a history teacher in Moscow. He was arrested there in 2021 for carrying 17 grams of cannabis that he says was for severe spinal pain. Fogel's return was part of an exchange, but officials did not reveal the details.